Tech Hokies. Taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. We're looking forward to it all week.
Okay. It's 23.
Will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bowman.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a gap. It's Davidson. There he goes. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up and throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Unloads it downfield. Brings it down on the right side. There he goes. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like, they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get every...
Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted for the 11th time. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds a man on the right. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. You can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Rushes on him. Hauls it in. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Now the play fake. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run. Then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job on it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Motion from the wide receiver. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 4. Oh, he's got some space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play action fake. They're working that left side. He's in open space downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed, and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What's your as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And the Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Using his legs to buy some time. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Off play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to put that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Hokies moving quickly to the line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15. And let's see what they do on 4th. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Splits the uprights. It's good. And now they regain the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. West Virginia is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to NC State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars, the Sunshine State.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
This time they'll go to the running game. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Offense in a bunch formation. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Here's a heat. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. The Hokies decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Going for it all. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. Makes the grab. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive up.
Touchdown, Miami! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're going into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. From the gun, the running back has it. Got room at the 35. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They're going to ride this running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. And the Hokies line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Reed. And makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Steps away. He makes a grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Snags it. Touchdown, Canes! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now.
He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early. He's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Makes the pass. Found a seam. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. The Hokies will call on their punt team. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Finding an escape route. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
Breaks into the open. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10.
Anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They'll try to pop the draw. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Finds some fresh air. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. grabbed over the middle. It's Hampton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Hokies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Rides the back on the option to give. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Oh, he's got a chance. Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's Reed. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab down the left side. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right on the money. Turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. It's complete on the right side. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
If you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving it.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what?
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Canes. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop him. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, the flag no more.
To get another look at this Hokie offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Hampton. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And they'll just down it right there.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Open spaces. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going. Down the field, throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking for room. It's Pringle. There he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They go to the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Newton. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And it hasn't mattered matter what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been, they're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Hokies send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the ball comes to rest right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
Off play action on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got an open man. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The tap. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Canes. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. They'll give it to the back. Runs through a tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
And the Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on 1st down and 2nd and 5. Quarterback making adjustments. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll try the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. The Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. The official says no good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. He'll start this drive firing. Hogs it downfield. Found the spot in the defense. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.